Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Today is the day that Venus rules, so happy Venus Day. I am Monique Ruffin, also known as the Moon Mama. I have been doing a series. My crown is lopsided. I have been doing a series on Mercury Retrograde. My intention is to support those who are devoted to their healing with tools to use during Mercury retrograde, because this is a very vital time on the planet and it requires people to begin to wake up. I also wanted to invite you guys, if this work is valuable to you, that you today on Venus Day, that you would consider making a donation for the work, that it is something, if it's something that you value, if it's something that feels like it is supporting you. And if you want to make a donation, you can do that at $Monique Ruffin at my Cash App, or you can do at Monique-Ruffin at Venmo. And I appreciate it. It's just a way to make the work solid in yourself. It's one of the things that I'm really clear about, is that reciprocity is a major component of this. Reciprocity is a major component of the earth experience. And so my intention is to be of service. And in that, I honor it. I honor the service and the brilliance and the healing that I offer by offering for you to contribute back, because this is a circle. It's reciprocity. So if you want to do that, I would appreciate it. And thank you so much in advance. Anyway, so today, Mercury retrograde. Mercury is at the 13th degree of Sagittarius. The 13th degree is a degree that is ruled by Aries. And we just had the kamikaze yesterday, which is where Mercury and the sun were in conjunction with one another. So we basically hit the halfway point. And that means that, so the thing that's important for you to understand about Mercury retrograde, if you're paying attention, Mercury it makes 3 trips. So now it's going backwards. It's on its second trip. Let me start from the beginning, if you guys didn't catch my post earlier this week where I talked about how Mercury retrograde really works. So imagine you are in your house and you are getting ready to go somewhere. And you get your bag or everything you need. If you're a woman, you get your purse and the things you need. If you got kids, you get all the stuff they need. And if you're a man, you get your wallet and you walk out of the house and you go to your car. When you get to your car, you realize you have forgotten your keys. So you turn around and go back the way you came. So the first trip to your car is Mercury's first go-round. You have an experience. And then when you get to the car and you realize you have forgotten your keys, you come back the very same way. So now you are tracing your steps back. And in tracing your steps back, you have a different perspective. You have some other information you didn't have before. You go into the house, you get your keys, and now you go back again. That is the third go round. This is what Mercury retrograde is. It is 3 times through the same territory. And hopefully by the second time, you see how you could do it better. And by the third time, you don't make that first mistake again. So this is what Mercury retrograde is. This is how we have an opportunity to transform. And Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius is about building your faith. So maybe there's something going on in your life where you're being asked to strengthen your faith, your belief in yourself, your ability to trust that you are capable. Maybe there's something going on in your life where you are planning a trip or a journey and you have to tie up some things before you're actually able to go. You have to shore up some things. Maybe you are becoming new, like you are growing and it's time for you to take off the training wheels and really go for it. I was talking to a client this morning and I was saying to her, it's time for you to walk. You know what I mean? It's time for you to walk. I've been working with her for a while, and you know, my work is not for people to be stuck to me. My work is for people to access their own power. And so I was saying, we've been working together now for 3 months. It's time for you to see if you can fly without me. It's time for you, you know, and so she will see, and maybe she will fly, and maybe she will crash, whatever it is, but it doesn't matter. It's just time to take the leap into, that's what Sagittarius is about. It's about the adventure and taking the leap and having the courage to take the leap, and whatever comes, right? So the 13th degree is the degree of Aries. And so now that we've gone through the first run through, and now we're going through the second run through, and now it's time, because Mercury is going to go direct on the 15th, which is just in, you know, over a week and a half. So that's about 9 days from now, a week and a half. So now it's time for you to take off the training wheels. It's time to take the training wheels off. It's time for you to stand up in who you know yourself to be. It's time for you to have the courage that you have been building for. It's time for you to say the thing that you have not been wanting to say, but you've been preparing yourself to say it. It's time for you to do, my connection keeps cutting off. It's time for you to do the thing that you have been not wanting to do, but preparing to do. It's time. It's time. Now is time for you to take the lead in your own experience. And so not only do we have Mercury retrograde, but today is the first day of Mars retrograde. This is such a big deal. Mars is retrograding in Leo. For those of you who are Leos, it's retrograding in Leo and Cancer, to be clear. So much preparation. Yeah, it's time. It is, Mars is going to retrograde, and Mars governs your will, which is your power. And Mars in Leo is the will to be yourself, the will to be passionate about yourself, and creative and expressive. And you know, Mars in Leo is like valor. It's like the desire to be yourself no matter what. No matter what. Like, no matter if everyone is coming against me, I'm going to be true to myself. That is Mars in Leo. So now we have 2 retrogrades that are personal retrogrades. The Mars in Leo retrograde is going to be going until like February, you all. This is going to be a long retrograde, and this is fantastic because it is the energy that we need to build our willpower, to build our confidence in ourselves, to build our power and our devotion to who we are, because Leo is a fixed fire sign. So Mars there says, all I can do is stand for myself. You know what I mean? Like, I must stand for myself, you know? And so we are, and the energy is intense right now. The sun over in Sagittarius with this Mercury retrograde is your faith. It brings you back to yourself. Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe in yourself? Do you have the courage to believe that you are significant and valuable? Do you have the faith in yourself? It's all about faith in yourself. Faith in your dreams, faith in your capacity, your gifts and talents, faith in yourself. And so Mercury will be retrograde for a few more days, 9 more days, and then we will have 3 weeks of post-shadow, where we get to really make this energy our own. Faith is such a beautiful thing because it's really dependent upon you. It's dependent upon the way you speak to yourself. It's dependent upon how you think of yourself. And it's important that you think, no matter what, I can do it. No matter what, I can figure this out. No matter what, I'm capable. This is what faith is. And so we need faith in ourselves in order to live this life as a sovereign being. You have to have a connection between yourself and your divinity and the God presence power within you. You must know that it is within you. You must have a clear definition of what you actually believe God is. And if it's going to function well for you, the definition must include that it is within you, that you are it, that you are the source of it and it is the source of you. I always tell myself, I created God in my mind. I created the United States of America. I created my parents. Because these minds are the creators of everything, because this is a mental reality. That's why Mercury retrogrades are so important, to understand that we live in a mental reality, and what we tell ourselves. People have really interesting things like, they sometimes we're so logical that we can't be imaginative. We can't step out of the constructs of this Western world 3D reality, because we've been so convinced that that is what is real, and it is not real. It is just a construct. And now it is time for you to create your own construct based upon what is trying to emerge from within you, based upon what wants to come through you. And you have to cultivate it and nurture it. Like a bird will sit on her egg and sit on that egg until it is ready to hatch. You must nurture yourself, your gifts, your talents, your faith, your confidence, your capacity to build a reality, your imagination, your wisdom. You must nurture, and in your nurturing of it, it will grow, it will flourish, it will blossom, and it will become what you need it to be in order for you to live the life that you're meant to live here. I've been telling you guys for years that the American system is coming undone, and now we're watching it. It has had cracks in it forever, but it's now going to begin to deteriorate more rapidly. And what will you then rely upon? Yourself, your internal self, your divine self, your guidance system, your spirit guides, your ancestors, your connection to nature, your connection to the cycles that have always been present. Our ancestors have always followed the cycles. They didn't need a calendar or a school system or a job to configure their energy. They did it on their own by following the cycles. That's why we have this information. So today is a day. It is a Venus day. Venus is crossing, going into Aquarius today. And Venus is about our relationships, money, how we feel about ourselves, and we are in a Mercury retrograde. So all of these things are being reframed and reconfigured, and reconstructed in ways that suit our individual self. If it suits your individual self, then it will benefit others. So with that, I thank y'all for being here. I'm so grateful to be able to do this series for Mercury retrograde. We have 9 more days. Again, I started this video saying that it is Venus Day, and if you would like to contribute, if this work is benefiting you, if what I'm offering feels like a benefit to you and you would like to make a donation, you can do so at my Cash App, which is $ Monique Ruffin, or you can do it at my Venmo, which is at Monique-Ruffin. And I love y'all so very much. Thank you for everything. Thank you in advance. I'm just happy to be able to be of service. Thank you so much. Peace and blessings, y'all. Bye-bye.